It's time to duel!
Hello YouTube, Baby Jace here, and today we're going to talk about the achievement Gotta Catch 'em All. Now this achievement is you get a Ketchum tablet from a vendor at the very beginning of the instance, and then you smack it on top of all the snails that are listed there. This is obviously a Pokemon reference. If you aren't aware, Catch 'em All, Ash Ketchum, and Gotta Catch 'em All. You know, it's like the kind of the catchphrase of Pokemon. So yeah. Basically, once you've jumped down from the start of the instance in Neltharion's Lair, you're going to go along this little walkway on the right-hand side and curve around the mountain, and you're going to go talk to this mushroom merchant. And once you're to the mushroom merchant, you need to click on the Ketchum tablet and buy it. And you need to use this item to get the signatures of all the snails. So once you've done that, just put it on your bars somewhere. You know, I put it on shift 4, but you could really put it anywhere, and then make your way back and start doing the instance. You can go ahead and go up to the first boss because there's no snails along the way to the first boss. I also recommend making a targeting macro, one for each of the snails' names. This is gonna make things a lot easier for you. Now once you've killed the first boss, you're going to walk forward to the barrels of water here. And your first snail is actually going to be on a mushroom towards the end of this like barrel ride. We thought maybe there might be a snail in there, but we remember that the cave collapses. So yeah, don't worry about that. But yeah, get into the barrels, and you have to use your fish ability. So if you need to make a macro to use extra action button, do that. Because you need to throw it. See, here's the snail right here. It's on the left. I see it like a little too late. Someone else threw a fish at it and got it down, but I'm going to have another clip of me actually throwing the fish and getting it down, like right here. So here we go again. I'm going down. I know the fish is I know the snail's coming up. I'm getting the fish. I click the fish and I just throw it. And as I throw it, it dislodges him from the mushroom and he slides on down. These have very little HP, so make sure you do not melee them or attack them or do anything with them. We decided to mark them with skulls just so we could actually like see them on, you know, because we didn't know where most of these were, so we would mark them with skull and look for the skull. And you just use the item on it, and it smacks it and kills it and gives credit to everyone in your group. Now, the next snail is actually right here in the waterfall. You're going to go down into the water and in between like these little crack type things, and there's like a cave, underwater cave under here. Now, sometimes there's also a world quest boss here, mini boss here, but today is not one of those days. So you basically come here, and in the electric pool here is the next snail, Sparky. Now you can't actually enter the electricity pool. It basically knocks you out. So the only way to get him out is if you use taunt. I death gripped him the first time, and I automatically white swinged it, and it killed it. So we had to come back here and taunt it out. So you have to taunt it out, and make sure you do not, make sure you don't melee it or do anything with it. Like 80 HP, that thing will die super fast. Obviously you can't just walk up and Ketchum tablet it, and because it knocks you out. And yeah, I death gripped it, and we tried smacking it. It doesn't work. You actually have to smack them with the tablet while they're alive. So here we go again for try number 2. We're going down the water again in this waterfall. It's pretty cool. I kind of like it when they do stuff like this. And if it wasn't for the world boss being here, or the world quest boss being here, I don't see how anyone would have found this in a long fucking time. Like, this is pretty impressive that someone was able to find this. But yeah, on this go round, I'm basically coming on in, and I'm gonna taunt it this time because now I know. So give it a nice taunt. Obviously, you know, alert people, don't kill it, because we had a couple instances where someone accidentally killed it. I taunted it. It's now going to run out of its field and stop secreting the sparky stuff, and you just smack it with the tablet and you're good to go. Now this snail, which is I think Slinky, as you can see on the map there, this is to another world quest boss, and you just kind of like follow this little pathway all the way to the back of the cave. And Slinky is in the way back cave, and he is like invisible kinda. Like he's very, very hard to see. So first kill these mobs, because you don't want to do this while you have mobs out, because you might accidentally AoE, and if you AoE and kill the snail, you need to reset the instance. So yeah, you don't want to do that. Another thing to note is anytime if you do fuck it up and accidentally kill any of the snails, yeah, all you have to do is reset the instance. So it's not like too big of a deal. It's not like in the past with Heroic where you have to either random queue until you either get into it or you do it like once a day. It's not like that. You can just keep resetting the instance until you are able to get an achievement, thankfully. But it does mean you have to kill all the trash again and all the bosses, and you don't get loot from the bosses the second time around. You can coin multiple times if that's what you want to do. So back in this cave over here, you can see Slinky there. He's pretty hard to see actually, but you know, I was able to see him. There's someone spotted it out. We put a targeting thing on him, skull, and then we just smacked it. And yep, and then that's Slinky. This one is he's just a little hard to see. He's not too big of a deal. Alright, so on to the next set. After the second boss, you're going to want to pull these guys back because there's 3 snails racing along here. And what you want to do is you want to smack all 3 snails. They can be slowed as long as your slow does no damage. So I think the warrior was like doing like an AoE aura slow that does no damage. These are kind of obnoxious. You kind of have to time them it. So we slabbed one of them. Now we're trying to slab the others. That one got us our achievement. Gotta catch them all because we fucked it up and killed one of them on accident. So don't do that. We had to reset and had to do this all over again. So there's the 3rd snail. So you just smack all 3 of these snails. And then here's us doing it again. I think this is where we killed it. Yeah, because he was like, if you taunt these, they run off super fast. So try not to do that. Here's another go around of us just smacking the snails. And then now we're going for our last snail, Sticky. Now Sticky is the only snail that actually has like a few million health, so no worries of killing him. I think you actually have to attack him with an ability to get to him because he's on the top of a cave. So you basically want to go in this water and you want to just pull the basilisk and just kill them. Kill them down, AoE them down, do whatever you need to do. Because he's at the end of this waterway up in the cave. So you can see on our screen, we can see the skull, so we know he's coming up here. Just make sure when you go inside this cave that I would pull all the basilisks first. I would not bother trying to get your snail until all the basilisks are pulled because it's just not worth it. You see here, we're just pulling everything because our eye level is decently high. Although I don't recommend doing it if you're like fresh 830 eye level. We're all like 850s. 860, so don't do it if you're 830. I mean, maybe you can, but so we Crackling Jade Lightning it down. It has like 1,000,000 health, and you just smack it, and that's it. That's the last snail. Pretty easy achievement. If you like this guide, I have more guides on the other achievements. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.